Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Slightly overcast on this Friday morning, but it's a good morning. It's a good day to have a good day. Nice. 28 minutes on to 7 o'clock. Good morning to you wherever you are, whatever you're doing. This is a good time. A wonderful golden opportunity to just get up and take a little dance and make that proclamation today. Things are already better. Doesn't matter what you're going through, just proclaim that. Put faith to work. Yeah. Mary Ebanks is in the house. Good morning, Mary. Yulin is also in the house. Yulin, you're dancing, right? I know you like to dance in the morning. Trample the enemies. Yeah. Dia está bien. Entonces. My brother Cecil Cadet, good morning to you and the family. Nice. And Philip and Merlin Spencer, good morning to you. All is well. Nice. Good morning to the Max, you know, they're in Munich. The entire family, good morning. Yes. Just because of that. Morning to the folks inside of Central in St. David. Orlando, my boss, good morning. How you do? You alright? The members of the Roots Calypso tent, good morning. All reading Calypso Monarch, Rootsman Kelly Klein, good morning. Die nothing, boy. How you do? Yeah, they balling, eh? Yeah, let them ball. Good night. It's 26 minutes on to 7 o'clock on this good-looking Friday morning. And I'm saying it's a good looking despite the fact that it's overcast a bit. But it's time that we get to understand that the rainy season is drawing nigh, yeah? Got some rain yesterday, and from all appearances, it seems as though we're going to have some rain today again. Much needed rain, I must confess. Jamila and the folks at Nawasa will be smiling, I hope, and I do hope that it's sustained. Yeah, let the rain fall, please. We need it. Remember a couple of years back when, we had the severe drought at the Birch Grove New Testament Church of God. Sister Nicole Fletcher Newton. She literally prayed for rain, and it came, yeah? So I know a lot of folks are praying for the rain. Man, we cannot take much more of this. So good morning to all the listeners near and far, the viewers, wherever you are. Susan Douglas and family out there in paradise, good morning. I'm happy to know that you get the TV back. Rosanna Nichols, good morning to you. Good morning, Mr. Joseph. Have a blessed day. Same to you, my friend. Yeah. Yulin says, yes, Gordon, as usual, I'm dancing and trampling the enemies. Yeah, you got to do that. Monica Meros Williams says, good morning. Pleasant good morning, Mr. Joseph. Good morning to you, Daddy Godwin. Good morning. Catherine Phillip, good morning. How you do? Have a blessed weekend, she says. Sylvina Charles, blessed weekend to you, Innocent. Fire on the radio station this morning. Yeah, man. Yolan Swan, I haven't heard from you in a while. I hope you're doing fine. She says, good morning, Mr. Joseph and the family of GBN. Blessings to everyone. Have a fantastic weekend. Nice. Good morning to all the police officers of the nation, the rank and file. Commissioner Don McKenzie, Assistant Commissioner Vanny Corwin, Jesmond Prince. Good morning, all you folks. The fire department, good morning. The RRU, good morning. Yeah. Good morning to members of the Coast Guard and the Special Branch. ASP Loxley John, good morning to you and the family. Good morning to the folks inside of Telescope in St. Andrew. How are they doing? Michelle Bernard. Good morning, Michelle. Chocolate City in Paradise. Good morning, Denson and Eppen and Banji and Squazim and families. Good morning. Tito, good morning to you. Nice. Must reach out and say good morning to the folks inside of the Sister Isles of Carriacou and PD Martinique. Gaily, good morning to you, and Girl, and Rumble and Tumble and Snowy. Chanel, good morning to you, and Cheryl. Cheryl Lalji says good morning. Good morning, Cheryl. How are you this morning? Now I know with the kind of inclemency, the apparent inclemency of the weather, some folks might be turning a little later in bed. But wake up! Betty and Court, great rising light and love, Mr. Joseph. Good morning, Betty Ann. Betty and Lazarus, good morning to you. My good friend Blossom Alexis Welsh, good morning. Reaching out and saying good morning to the folks on the western side of the island, Victoria and Guave and surrounding areas. Good morning. Right. I want to tell people selling farin $18 per pound to stop it. What? $18 they're selling it at? The only how I'm buying farin for $18 a pound is if Dr. Noel, and I say Dr. Noel, you have to be a real serious doctor to tell me, well, that is what's good for you. I ain't buying it. Not a bit of it. $18 a pound, eh? Wow. That joke. And is that. Lovely. 21 minutes until. Let's see what's happening with the program. Before I do that, say good morning to Ariel, Kitty Cat, and Alwyn. Debbie, good morning to you and the family. The folks at Village Bakery. Nakita and Ryan Sanderson. Good morning. The word of the day today, it is an adjective. It's a describing word. It's futile. That's the word. A simple word. F-U-T-I-L-E. Futile. Now, an effort, action, or emotion described as futile has no result or effect and therefore serves no useful purpose. Yeah, you can make it nice and say an effort in futility. Good morning to my friend Mr. Jude Bernard. Good morning to you and the family. Hope you all are doing fine. I was tempted to say good morning to my good friend Clyde Belfon, but he's resting in peace. The folks inside of Lacalome, good morning to you. Roxelle Bain and family, good morning. Sister Maxine and family, good morning to you also. Members of the New Testament Church of God, Wester Hall, good morning. I understand Bishop Bonaparte is on island. Good morning, Bish. Good morning to you and your team. The shepherd of the flock at Wester Hall, Pastor Laurie Dominic and the first family, good morning. Sister Nautica and the children, good morning. The folks inside of Stone Road, my friend at Roberts Enterprises, good morning. Miserable. I'm going to clash with another miserable person. Good morning, Festus out there in Apretut. Festus and family, good morning. All right, we can use the word futile in this sentence. City officials attempted to stifle the scandal, but the efforts were futile. Yeah, they tried to sweep it under the rug. But people knew about it already. There's a big scandal to brew in Grenada, eh? I'm waiting with my pen and my paper to put words together. Auntie Elsa, good morning to you and Trevs and the entire home circle, my cousins and everybody. Skeeter, Potty, Sammy, Dahlia, Daisy, Archie. Well, Jerry sometimes listen all the way in Canada. Morning, Pops, Joe, Jude, Joseph, and the family. Good morning, Miss Annie. How do you do? Daniel, Curti, Carla, Dahlia, Micah, Alista, everybody, good morning. Coffee Bow Hill, good morning to you. It's now time for Nadisha's word thought of the day. No man has a good enough memory to be a successful liar. No, you always slip at times. Liars don't have good memories. Because the truth is the truth. You understand what I'm saying? If I'm telling you something over and over and over and you want to believe it's a lie, then it's up to you. Yes. No man has a good enough memory to be a successful liar. You might be a successful lawyer. Yeah. Not a liar. What's buzzing this morning? Let's see what's making. Hey, West Indies, boy. West Indies, we beat South Africa yesterday. And when I say beat, we beat them. We beat them. Yeah, Brandon King, who was captaining the side, he got a really unbeaten 76, boy. Yeah. Spiceman didn't do too well. He made a 1 run out of facing 3 deliveries. Carl Mayers and Roston Chase chipped in a bit. Budakesh Moti got some wickets, boy. Obed McCoy, the entire team did, I think they really prep. However, let's see what's buzzing. New World Health Organization report says syphilis cases increased in the Caribbean. Wow. In the region, a rare tornado slams into northern Haiti, where several people are injured and many left homeless. Internationally, the Atlantic to get extraordinary hurricane season. Yeah, I was listening, where I was lying yesterday for most of the day. I heard of this climatologist that said, the excessive heat that we're facing now is going to create a lot of energy for the hurricanes this season. However, the first part of it might be a bit calmer because of the influx of the Saharan dust. But nonetheless, the second half, it predicts it's going to be really active. In sport, the senior men's national football team released for the international friendly against St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Yeah. Those are the buzzing stories this morning. We've got the AM edition of News, Sports and the Weather forthcoming. Pastor Newton, good morning. How are you doing? You and the family. Pastor Joseph Raybon and family, good morning. The folks inside of Maribo, Byland, Saab and surrounding areas, brother. The folks in Brothers Shop, good morning. Folks, we've got to take that break. We've got to head into the AM edition of News, Sports and the Weather for the morning. Kyron Copping, good morning. Have a happy day from Trinidad. Okay. Margaret Alexander, good morning. Mr. Joseph, and blessings to you. Thank you very much. Same to you. Happy Thanksgiving to you, my brother Oswald Pele Dabo. How you doing, bro? Sharon Bartholomew, good morning, you all the way from Northern Virginia. Happy Friday. Thanks, and same to you. Michelle Cambridge, good morning. Innocent, listening from Brooklyn. How's Brooklyn this morning? Is Brooklyn fine? Is it getting cold yet? I doubt it. Lovely. 15 minutes on to 7 o'clock to the busman of the nation. Good morning. What up? And the folks on HD 390. Good morning. All the busmen, Zai and everybody, Faj, everybody. Good morning. We've got to take that break. We've got the AM edition of News, Sports and the Weather. Those of you who are on the television platform, we've got a rebroadcast of last evening's television news. Stick and stay with us. We're with you anywhere and everywhere.
Thanks for joining us. More hot days are expected within the next 3 months. And as we approach the start of the Atlantic hurricane season on June 1, over 20 storms are predicted. My colleague Rena Pett Thomas has this report.
The Meteorological Office has revealed that the highest recorded temperature for 2024 was 32.2 degrees Celsius compared to last year, 2023. Meteorologist Gerard Tamer said there will be more hot days over the next 3 months, specifically indicating that 30 to 50 hot days are anticipated between May and July.
So it is telling us here that this during this 3 months period, we are going to have some high nighttime temperatures. Now, that is not a good sign. Okay. Now, maximum temperature. Okay, for the same period. Okay, again, same sort of figures. Okay? It means that we are going to have some hot temperatures, some high daytime temperatures during these particular months.
In addition to the heat wave forecast, the Meteorological Office has also highlighted the looming threat of hurricanes. Andre Charles, a meteorological officer, said over 20 storms are predicted for the 2024 hurricane season.
Outlook is from Colorado State University. They're predicting 23 named storms. Of these storms, 11 are expected to develop into hurricanes. And from those hurricanes, we're expecting 5 to be major hurricanes. The next area we're going to look at as a forecast is from AccuWeather. They're forecasting between 20 to 25 named storms. Of those, we're looking between 8 to 12 developing into hurricanes and 4 to 7 into major hurricanes. Then we recently, just this morning, the National Hurricane Center have issued their outlook for the season, and they're going between 17 to 25 named storms, 8 to 13 hurricanes, and 4 to 7 major hurricanes.
Authorities are urging residents to stay informed through official weather updates and to take proactive measures to safeguard themselves and their properties. This includes maintaining emergency kits, securing loose objects, and adhering to evacuation protocols if necessary.
And as always, we are asking the citizens of Grenada to be mindful, vigilant, and put all preparations necessary in place. As the Frank and Mr. Tim would have said, cutting off trees, securing loose appliances and anything you have within your area that can blow and cause damages to your house and to your neighbor's house. We have to take all measures and ensure that we are very much prepared for this year's Atlantic hurricane season.
The Meteorological Office reminds residents of the unpredictable nature of weather patterns and the importance of preparedness in mitigating potential risk and impact. Rena Thomas, GBN News.
Meteorologists in Grenada are encouraging farmers not to allow the ongoing drought conditions to deter them from planting during the upcoming Corpus Christi holiday. Another report from Rena Thomas.
Gerard Tamer, meteorologist at the Maurice Bishop International Airport, advises farmers to go about their traditional planting this coming Corpus Christi holiday as some showers of rain are expected. The island has been experiencing a harsh drought season, leading to concerns about water scarcity and its impact on farming. However, Tamer's forecast brings a glimmer of hope for farmers who have been hesitant to plant due to the dry spell.
Okay. So Corpus Christi is normally a planting day. If people want to plant, go ahead and plant. We are seeing the rains coming. In the Met community, we call the rainfall when we see changes we call wet season when we see changes in the structure of the atmosphere. Okay? We don't wait for a rain shower to say the rain start. Okay, the rainy season starts for us with the changes in the construct and the features of the atmosphere, and we are seeing that happening.
Farmers have been grappling with the challenges posed by the prolonged drought, including reduced crop yield and water stress on livestock. Tamer says countries to the north of Grenada are bracing for heavy rainfall.
Most parts of the island this morning had showers. If you pay attention to what's happening to the islands to the north, they are bracing themselves for heavy rainfall from this evening into about Saturday, from Jamaica, especially Dominican Republic, Haiti, Puerto Rico, so forth. Okay, so the rain The rain is coming.
As farmers prepare for the planting season ahead, the Meteorological Office continues to monitor weather patterns closely, providing timely updates and guidance to support agricultural planning and decision-making.
May, June, July. Okay. Look at the Grenada block. The block Grenada is in. Okay. So this is telling us now for a 45% probability of just above average rainfall for Grenada. August, September, October. Again, just a little bit above normal rainfall is expected. Now, and you know that these are our wet months. These are our wet months. Okay, so you expect just a little bit more than normal rainfall for these 3 months.
The message from meteorologists is clear. Despite the challenges posed by the drought, opportunities for planting and harvesting remains, and strategic action can help farmers navigate the unpredictable weather conditions. Rena P. Thomas, GBN News.
The news, it is time to map out the future of investment migration. This was among sentiments expressed during the opening of the region's flagship investment migration event, the Caribbean Investment Summit 2024 at the Radisson Grenada Beach Resort on Thursday. Beverly Telesford attended the opening ceremony and has this report.
Over 200 delegates, including government officials, industry leaders, and experts from around the world, will spend the next 4 days discussing the most pressing issues relating to the region's investment migration industry. Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell delivered the keynote speech at the opening ceremony. He called upon the stakeholders to use the event as an opportunity to make a collective effort to address the challenges and seize the opportunities within the Caribbean investment migration industry.
It's easy to talk about, I think, the history of the investment migration space in terms of what has happened since it was birthed in St. Kitts in 1983. I think we all know the importance of the programs. We all know the financial contributions that the programs have made to the respective economies in the Caribbean. So I sort of want to start at where we are today. And we have to acknowledge that there are challenges with our programs, that there are challenges in the industry, and that in particular some of our development partners do have concerns with our programs. And if we are honest with ourselves, we perhaps in private rooms, maybe not openly, but I will be open, acknowledge that that is in fact one of the main challenges to the future of the investment migration industry in the Caribbean.
Amon Artin, President and Chief Executive Officer of Artin Capital, a global citizenship financial advisory services firm based in Montreal, Canada, in his presentation said it's time to witness upgrades to the industry.
Let's agree we're also on a crossroad. The way we have operated in the last 20 years cannot be the way we'll operate the next 20. In the past, our industry had sporadical move, took risks, which is normal for any new and disruptive industry. Accountability, reporting, and regulation were scarce. And let's not fool ourselves, it is a very lucrative industry, and it has attracted all kinds of business characters. Increased cooperation, innovation, and regulation are more needed now than ever. If we kill our golden goose because of short-term greed, we'll be the one to blame for all the failed and missed opportunities. Not the politicians or Brussels or in Washington. Us, everybody in this room.
According to an investment migration report published last week, Grenada's Citizenship by Investment program registered its best ever year, breaking the EC $1 billion mark in revenues. Total CBI revenue in 2023 reached an all-time high of EC $1.128 billion, greater than the revenues preceding 5 years combined. Reporting for GBN News, Beverly Telesford.
Meanwhile, as the delegates endeavor to find ways to improve the investment migration sector over the remaining 3 days, Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell zeroed in on the need to have transparency regarding the funds obtained through investment migration.
It's important to underscore that if there's perception of corruption, if there's perception that the funds are not being used to actually underpin the economic growth and development of the region, or to build buffers against the external shocks, whether it's from climate change activities such as hurricanes, etc., severe weather patterns such as the severe drought we've been experiencing on the island, people may view the programs with further suspicion. And so it's important for all of us across the region to be transparent and to be clear, particularly with our citizens, as to the quantum and the use of the funds that are generated from the investment migration space. And we are committed to doing so. We are committed to encouraging our colleagues in the region to do so, and to ensure that we can publicize and agree on the standards that are required that would show the necessary transparency when it comes to how these funds are used.
The Prime Minister implored other CBI jurisdictions to adopt some of the practices Grenada utilizes to maintain transparency.
There's a sense oftentimes that the funds generated from CIP programs do not reach the intended targets. I say there's a sense. Whether that is in fact the case is probably debatable. But I can take Grenada as an example. We are extremely transparent and publish openly the receipts associated with our CBI program. We've never hidden it. We file annual reports at our parliament. In fact, to some extent, our investment migration program is directly tied to Grenada's structural adjustment program. About a decade or so ago, we voluntarily entered into a structural adjustment program to address the country's fiscal challenges. And our bondholders are given the information pertaining to the receipts from our CBI openly, at their request, on demand, and in any event, it's available online.
24-year-old Toya Amede's achievement is nothing short of remarkable as she secured a coveted residency in interventional radiology in the United States. It's a significant milestone in her medical journey after graduating from St. George's University. Here's her story.
With the 2024 March cycle result in, Toya Ahmed joins a distinguished group of 930 St. George's University graduates who have secured postgraduate residency in the United States this year. The significance of March Day, where medical students learn their residency destination and specialities, cannot be overstated. This year, SGU students marched into a diverse range of specialities from anesthesiology to urology, showcasing the breadth of talent and dedication among its graduates. Toya secured a highly competitive residency in the United States in interventional radiology. She told the news team that her journey to this moment has been a mix of nerve-wracking anticipation and immense fulfillment as she reflects on the March process that culminated in securing her dream specialty.
Honestly, Match Day felt surreal because you don't know if you're even going to match. So it's all a chance that you're taking. So, just seeing that everything came into fruition, all the hard work in terms of exams to get good scores, to impress the program directors during interviews. So just knowing all of that and seeing all the sacrifices that my mom made, it just felt like all of this hard work culminated in that moment.
In July, Toya will make her way to Miami, Florida, where she will begin her career as a preliminary surgery resident at Jackson Memorial Hospital. Her journey doesn't stop there, as she will transition to Thomas Jefferson University Hospital in Philadelphia.
My first year, I'm doing a preliminary year in surgery, so that'll be my intern year in Miami, and I'll transfer over to Philadelphia to start interventional radiology, and that's for 5 years. So in total, it's a 6-year training program. Traditionally, interventional radiology, or IR, is predominantly a white man's field. There are a few Black or just people of color in there, few women. So being a part of that collective now, I felt honored to be accepted.
Interventional radiology stands out as a particularly competitive field due to its rapid technological advancement. Practitioners in this specialty must stay abreast of cutting-edge imaging techniques and treatment modalities, making it an intellectual, stimulating, and impactful area of medicine. Toya has a goal to bring advanced medical care back to Grenada, ensuring access to cutting-edge treatment for her fellow Grenadians and Caribbean nationals.
So I would think in Grenada, if you needed clots removed from your lungs, like where would you go? Yes, we can transfer off to like different islands, but sometimes it's an emergency case and you don't have that time. So being able to train in a residency like that, I really look forward to bringing those skill sets to the island so that people won't have to travel for such, procedures.
The 24-year-old has this to say to young, ambitious youth on the island who are questioning their dreams.
I think my mentor told me, and it has now become my mantra, you're deserving just as anyone else. Now, everyone starts off with different opportunities, and maybe you're at, different stages of your life compared to like other people that you see around, but you're just as capable of achieving your dreams. And I think most importantly is surrounding yourself with people who are in your corner and who motivate you.
As Toya prepares to embark on this next phase of her medical journey, she acknowledges the support and guidance that shaped her path. She credits her mentor, her mother, and the rest of her support system. Rena P. Thomas, GBN News.
Congratulations to her. Well, Commissioner of Police Don McKenzie on Wednesday clarified that the Royal Grenada Police Force has not yet received confirmation regarding their participation in the United Nations-led multinational security mission to be deployed to Haiti to help stabilize the country after months of severe unrest. This week, international news outlets reported that approximately 1,000 soldiers from Kenya will be joined by security forces from Grenada, Chile, Jamaica, Paraguay, Burundi, Chad, Nigeria, and Mauritius, demonstrating a global commitment to addressing the crisis in Haiti. The officers' potential deployment coincides with the reopening of Haiti's main international airport, a critical development after its closure due to a gang uprising nearly 3 months ago. This reopening signals a potential shift towards stability in the struggling country, marking a significant step in international efforts to restore order there. The timing aligns with Kenyan President William Ruto's state visit to the United States, highlighting a collaborative international effort to support Haiti during this critical period. U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken has emphasized the urgency of the situation in Haiti, cautioning that the country is on the verge of becoming an all-out failed state. The reopening of the airport and potential security mission deployment are viewed as vital steps towards revitalizing Haiti's economy and restoring a sense of normalcy. While the situation in Haiti remains fluid, the international community closely monitors developments and is hopeful that the combined efforts of the United Nations mission will lead to a more stable and secure future for the Haitian people. The Ministry of Agriculture is examining ways for farmers to earn more from soursop production. To achieve the maximum benefits, farmers must have the technical know-how. We get more in this Christina John report.
As part of efforts to increase local soursop production, the Ministry of Agriculture and Land, Forestry and Marine Resources facilitated a hands-on practical refresher training for extension officers and other technical staff on Wednesday. This initiative underscored the ministry's commitment to advancing agricultural practices and supporting local farmers in maximizing their crop yields. Acting District Extension Officer for the Western District, Ranisha Jones-Charles, was one of the participants.
Newest thing that I am taking away here today is the actual use of some of the machinery, some of the equipment that were brought on here today in terms of using it effectively. I also am really intrigued at the pruning and the different techniques that we picked up here today, and the pollination, hand pollination, and the different parts of the plant. So I think that it is relevant that our officers know exactly what they are going to target in order to maximize the soursop production and how to use the tools to get that done effectively.
The comprehensive training session was held at the Grand Bras Estate, where a demonstration soursop plot is located. Agriculture instructor Shoin Joseph welcomed the training as one that will equip officers with the necessary techniques that they can pass on to farmers.
We are training our staff to train the farmers. Right? Our soursop market is an incredible market at the current time. Once we can up our game with producing more soursop, it will have a very positive impact for the entire nation. Today is very enlightening to see how much work we can be done. We can practice on our own fields within our estate. So when we go out to the farmers, we're not just practicing on your field. You will have practical knowledge and be assured that the technicians that come to your field will be fully equipped and well informed of treating and doing the best they can to provide you with more information and the ability to take care of your plants in a sustainable manner.
Pruning is one of the techniques recommended for soursop production, as it improves air circulation and sunlight penetration. Here's Miss Marcia Lord.
When there is tree crop, it's very important that you prune in order to achieve maximum production of your plot. It could be any tree crop, but in this case, it's a soursop plot. You prune 2 times. Either you prune in the beginning of the rain season or you prune at the ending of the rain season. This to avoid the dry season, which is humidity. It's hot, it will damage the tree, and so on. So the best time to prune, I will say, in the beginning of the rain season. So you have the tree crop, the soursop tree. It is important that you prune the soursop tree so that the tree could have a balance on both sides.
The training was facilitated by Acting Chief Extension Officer Lauren St. Louis and was indicative of the ministry's dedication to sustainable agricultural development and food security. Christelina John, GBN News.
Teaching children baking the traditional way. It's time for GBN I Saw. Stay with us.
Teachers at the Ebenezer Church of God Learning Center at Beaulieu St. George treated their students to a special activity, giving them the experience of baking coconut bakes in a drum pan oven. Footage of the preparation and baking were submitted to our ISAW line. Transforming an oil drum into a functional barrel oven is an innovative way to repurpose materials while enjoying outdoor cooking. We thank our citizen journalists for that submission. Send us your photo and video submissions via WhatsApp at 405-3052 or our other social media platforms.
From the fertile heart of Grenada to the far reaches of the globe, Ram's Supermarket brings together the best of both worlds. Savor the freshest, locally sourced produce from our trusted Grenadian farmers and explore a curated selection of top-quality international favorites. Experience a shopping journey where warmth meets a world of flavors and affordability meets premium quality. At Rams, we welcome everyone to discover the joy of global and local culinary delights. Nestled in Sugar Mill, Grand Anse, we are open all week to offer you a taste of home and beyond. Rams Supermarket, where our family, community, and the world come together. We are the good food people.
The laundry, always do a full load, save water.
This awareness initiative is part of activities under the Climate Resilient Water sector in Grenada. The project is funded by the Green Climate Fund, the German government, and the government of Grenada.
Notice is hereby given that the 95th Annual General Meeting of Shareholders of the Grenada Building and Loan Association will be held virtually on Zoom, as well as at the Presbyterian Church, Granitang Road, St. George's, on Wednesday 29th May, commencing at 4:30 p.m. For further information, you can contact the association's office at 440-2108, 459-2103 on WhatsApp, or email info@grenadabla.com. Virtual meeting details will be made available prior to the meeting.
Miss Faithlin's family drama continues with I Do by Urias Peters at Labucan Creative Center, Saturdays at 8 p.m., Sundays at 6 p.m., June 8th to 30th.
Thursday afternoon in a 60 zone. This 34-year-old motorcyclist was on his way home. It's our job to work out why he never got there. The rider broke his neck on impact here, having crashed into this car that was turning right. By analysing the impact, we know he hit the car at 30 kilometres per hour, and these marks on the road tell us that he skidded for 21 metres, having braked hard here. When he first reacted, he was doing 68. But let's change one small thing. At 60, the driver would have had more chance to see him properly. He'd have stayed in control and reached this point a moment later. The car would have cleared his path and he'd be home by now. You decide on your speed. The physics decides whether you live or die.
Are you looking for a reliable, affordable, and customer-friendly pharmacy? Look no further than Hills and Valley Pharmacy, the nation's leading healthcare products and services provider. We are committed to serving you at convenient locations. Find an extensive and affordable selection of prescription and over-the-counter drugs and medical supplies at Church Street, Hillsborough, Carriacou, Jubilee Street, Grenville, St. Andrew, near the bus terminal, and Halifax and Grenville Street, St. George. Our committed team is always available to offer valuable assistance for managing your health and wellness. Discover the additional benefits of of our wholesale distribution on Halifax Street and our Medcare Center on Grenville Street, where we provide in-house physiotherapy, massage therapy, doctor consultations, and eye care services. Our commitment is to satisfy all your healthcare needs, including competitive prices, loyalty rewards, and special discounts for seniors. Contact us at 435-6904 and WhatsApp 535-4734. Choose Hills and Valley Pharmacy. Remember, your health is our business.
All right, good morning, viewers and listeners. Welcome to the conversation this morning. It's 17 minutes after 7 o'clock. And with me this morning is a very good friend. I was tempted to say old friend, but we don't get old, we age. Christopher Chris DeRiggs from Heritage Theatre. Good morning, my bro. How are you?
Good morning, in a sense. It's a great joy and a pleasure to be here.
It's always a pleasure to have you in the studio. You lift my spirit quite a lot, and that's a good thing.
I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah. Yes. Okay. As we were chit-chatting before we came on the set, I'm seeing a lot of theater work coming out in recent times. I mean, theater has always been there, but in recent times I'm seeing the productions more frequent. Is that a sign that our audiences are stimulated and wanting more of that now?
Well, I personally believe we can never produce enough Grenadian theater. And I think since the 1990s, there has been an upsurge in the production of Grenadian theater, and in that the last 3 decades or so, my theater company Heritage has been a major player in that whole experience. We have produced, I lost count. Personally, I've written over 30 plays. We have been on stage thousands of times in 14 different countries, and I think in Grenada we have cultivated a clientele, a theatre patron base who faithfully attend and support what we do. Not just people who come to the shows, but the corporate sector has come on board in significant ways, some more than others. And so there is support, there's a market for theatre in Grenada. And we are responding to the market. And at this point in time, we are responding to the demand for comedy. Mm-hmm. People are asking us to come with a comedic production. And in the year 2023, we did 2 major plays, Julian Fedor and The Fire to Dance. Both were highly successful. And but our repertoire has been a varied one, which includes more than just serious historical dramas and other types of dramas. Our repertoire also includes comedy, and we have brought a lot of that to Grenada. Hurricane Ivan, Rufus, after the hurricane, which was a very therapeutic thing for Grenadians. Comedy Club, Cricket Lovely Cricket, Brango Mania, which we took to New York and Toronto and Montreal and so on, and St. Vincent and, all the Barbados and so on. So we have been, doing that sort of thing. And the production we're doing now is it's called Spice Laugh.
What is Spice Laugh really about? I mean, the name in itself is a catcher, and then when I look at your cast, boy, the cast: Robert White, Dillian Walters, Karim, and some of the people that I know by their faces, but I'm not good with name because I say I'm aging, but the cast. I mean, Robert is. Karim is Dillian is
And them fellas real good. And we sometimes have the delusion that we in order to stage a successful show, whether it is music or theater, if we do a comedy festival, we have to bring in entertainers from overseas. There's a wellspring of very good Grenadian talent. And some of these people here, they're naturally funny. I mean, I don't have to talk to Grenadians about Robert White. He's a household name, right? Karim also is naturally comedic. And Dillian Walters. I'm glad that Dillian is back on stage. He has not been on stage for a while, but I mean, you'd love to see Dillian this time around. He's making about 4 appearances, and in each of these appearances, he's going to be a smashing, success in what he's bringing to the stage.
There's a point that you made that I really want to get across. All right, that we don't need to bring in foreign acts. Just this week, I was in a particular forum and we were listening to a Trinidad radio station, right? Mm-hmm. And they were saying the Caribbean is coming to Trinidad. Mm-hmm. And they called a number of artist names, not one Grenadian. There are times I listen to Jamaica stations and you hear the region is coming, not one Grenadian artist name. However, whenever you hear we talk of a big show in Grenada, sometimes no Grenadians. In recent times, they start incorporating a few Grenadian acts, but a whole cast of foreigners. Mm-hmm. And that to me is disrespect to our artists and to us as a people.
Well, we are part of a movement to break that mindset. Okay? We know we're good. We have been told we're good. When we go overseas, we get standing ovations. If there's anything that's wrong with us, sometimes that we don't market ourselves properly, and so on. So we need to look at the business side of what we do, and so on. But there's a kind of a mindset among people. It's a thing about the prophet not having any honor in his own homeland, and so on. And when it comes to places like Trinidad and Jamaica, is a kind of, I would call a regional imperialism of thinking.
I like that. I like that phrasing.
Right?
Yes.
That for it to be good, you have to come from Jamaica or Trinidad and so on. A lot of us who come here and do comedy shows from these places, they pull in stuff off the net, with cheap stuff, with no specific originality or content that we could say, okay, this was creative and so on. And now we come and they come out people come out in the thousands and they pay for it. You understand? But they make short change.
The little Grenadian that they'll pull on the show is the one that will really stimulate them. Huh?
Of course.
I am wondering, is it a fault of the promoters to an extent? Because look at as recent as Mother's Day. There were some concerts for the Mother's Day period, and we have posters being developed. And on the posters, you see the foreign artists.
The foreign headliners.
Yeah.
Right.
And you'd hear mention of the local acts, but on the posters, the foreign artists. And that is disrespect. I'm not taking that.
Well, we're not taking that. And we need a coalition to really push back against this sort of thing. Let us big up what is ours. Let us feel proud in what we do. And we need to understand that we produce material that potentially world beaters, universally good in terms of its acceptance and quality. So we need to, the sooner we understand that, the better. Right.
And it doesn't mean that, it's not to say that we don't have it. I remembered in my early years of MCing, right, in the early 90s, I was brought to Trinidad. With Mascam Pub and MC'd along with Sprangalang and Tommy Joseph and those guys. And there was an article that was written, and the late Sprangalang, wrote an article stating that the man name must be innocent, but a damn glad he ain't living in Trinidad that has a problem to get work.
They have it.
You understand?
They have it.
And I'm talking long ago.
Yeah, and it goes beyond theater and music, right? We see what we have done in sports. A small nation like ours punching above our weight in sports. So whether it is Anderson Peters or Kirani James or Lynn Francisque and so on. And then, we have 5 people who have gone in the capitals of the world and straddled the world, doing great, whether in public sector or private sector, and so we know that Grenada is a quality incubator for talent. As I've said before, it's a question of how you promote and market what we do, and that's where we have to go.
Okay. Do you think in this dispensation now there seems to be a boosted sort of patriotism? We saw it coming out from independence and coming. People are more nationalistic at this time, I think. Do you think this is a good period in which we can really push this?
Well, you got to ride on that. We got to embrace it, push it in an intentional manner. So our 50th anniversary celebration brought in thousands of people from the diaspora and other people. They came and they were blown away by what they saw. I know that one of the things that impressed some of the visitors that I personally entertained was how clean and peaceful Grenada is, and we have to keep it that way. But I know also that Grenadians, sometimes underestimate the value of what we have. I was speaking with a guy who does creative work and so on, and he does graphics. And he say, one of the things that we have and considers an intangible is how Grenada is a peaceful place. And in spite of the ruffles we have suffered in recent times, we are a peaceful country. You cannot compare us with what happens in Laventille or in below Crossroads in Jamaica and these places and so on. We are a peaceful place, and this is part of the intangible assets that we have as it's part of our DNA as Grenadians. And we must embrace that and build upon it, and be confident, and go there and market ourselves as maybe a kind of center of civilization that is worthy of emulation.
This is a conversation that we had to have for a whole hour, because this sort of conversations are important. We need to really resonate that on our people, push it. That we cannot afford to spoil what we have. And also the fact that, as you phrase it, a little rougher. That little episode, these few episodes that we had, that's not really who we are, but it's just part of the global village that we're living in, cross cultures. But generally, we are not that kind of people.
No.
And in comparison to around the region, we're still doing excellent.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we know who we is. After we is Weevil.
Yes. Lovely. But let's get to Spice Laugh. Spice Laugh. Let's tell us about Spice Laugh. How did Spice Laugh come about? What is Spice Laugh all about?
You notice the laughing nutmeg as the logo.
Mm-hmm.
And that is because we want to bring an authentic Grenadian comedic product. The laughing nutmeg means that there is an authentic Grenadian comedic product. And the cast is totally Grenadian, involving some of the best ambassadors of comedy in Grenada. We are doing what's called slapstick comedy. And I need to explain this because slapstick comedy is a kind of humorous exaggeration or representation of something that might be serious. If you look at Mr. Bean, for example, all right, that is satire. It is slapstick comedy, and it is parody. Okay, and that's what we are doing. We look around Grenada, and we see a number of things unfolding. We see characters moving in the streets. We hear questions being asked. We put our fingers on the pulse and we extract and distill these things and bring it to the stage in a manner that we can actually relax and laugh about it. And we use different devices: comic monologue, comic satire, comic impressions. And so, I mean, I grew up in Grenville Street, Carnage, and Belmont. That's where I grew up. And I had characters like Walter Dunn and No, and these characters. You probably know about the characters in St. Andrews or Grenville. But every town had its characters. Yeah. But I had an experience in Europe where I followed European theatre while I was up there for 5 years and looked at how they were doing comedy. There were the buffoons, the village buffoons. And when I come to Grenada, and I look around our villages, we had the people that we might have considered village idiots, but very clever in their own way and so on. And my grandparents were storytellers. And the people in my village on Cooper Hill under the mango tree, Miss Teresita Mango Tree in Cooper Hill, we used to sit down in the night under the mango tree, and there was moonlight, and fellas from the Carnage like Mafu and so on used to come up and tell stories. So I found a way to combine all that. And we, Heritage Theatre, we brought this kind of comedy to Grenada. That is why, we feel very comfortable in what we are doing. And so we have a Spice Laugh Comedy Bash. And, we are a month away from the production. It's actually on the 22nd of June at the Trade Center. But we are ensuring that people get an opportunity to put it in the calendars to come out and laugh. Comedy is therapeutic.
Yeah, of course.
You see?
Laughter is the greatest medicine, isn't it?
We want people to come out and relax. And watch, sometimes we all stressed out and sometimes we fighting against each other. We're not all that different as a people, So all the kind of social differences we're talking about. Essentially, there's a thing about our Grenadianness that unites us. And this production is an attempt to bring out our Grenadianness. When you put on the radio, GBN, you run on a program in the morning, and your man call, and he says something, and then there are these callers who have their own characters. You hear them all the time. We bring in them kind of people in a show. Right. We have a call-in program, and people will recognize some of these characters. I'm telling you. Right?
Oh my goodness! Right. The show it's on the 22nd of June.
22nd of June.
I'm going and see them on the Trade Center since on the
20th of June, and we come up to Grenville.
Okay.
It looks the following. Sunday, the 30th of June, because we've been under pressure. People saying, "Oh, you think St. George's is Grenada? Bring the play up to Grenville." One of the reasons we haven't done a whole lot of shows in Grenville recently is because some of the plays we have done are big plays with big sets, and it costs a lot. The logistics of moving a play from the Trade Center, breaking down the sets, the cost of transport, building it up in Grenville again, and so on, in a small venue like the Lux.
Yeah.
There are some financial challenges doing that, and so that has kept us back. But we are, we ain't looking at that this time.
Okay.
We're going up and do the play.
I do hope, having said that, I do hope that the cultural center that is being built in Simoon at the moment, I hope it has a space to accommodate these things, a theater room and things like that.
Well, I haven't seen the plans, and I look forward to seeing the plans. I know we have a serious Minister of Culture in the form of Adrian Persuader Thomas, and I know that he wants the best in terms of facilities for the performing arts. We also know that there's an Office of Creative Affairs with new blood, new thinking, and energy, and showing what brilliant capabilities they have, and so on. So we expect that the players and the stakeholders will be involved in the final design and rolling out of this particular entity. We don't want to create another white elephant. We have had enough in Grenada. My vision is for there to be a versatile, flexible space that can accommodate different types of cultural performances, whether it is a choral recital or a play or a steel band concert. It must have those kind of flexibilities, because that is what we need if we must create the state-of-the-art performance center that our artists have called for and properly deserve.
And if I'm not mistaken, aren't you the director of the cultural?
I'm the chairman of the board of the Cultural
Foundation.
And one of the things that our core responsibility has to do with intangible heritage. We have a responsibility to ensure that all the stories and the folklore, all these things are captured and documented and published and given visibility. We have a responsibility for archiving and so on. And we work together and we are building a relationship to work together with organizations like Spice Mass Corporation to ensure that our carnival product is what it should be. Although we don't have the administrative responsibility for running carnival, but we have to make sure that the product is what it should be and so on. So so I wear another hat.
Okay,
right.
All right. We have a caller on the line. Good morning, caller. Good morning. Welcome.
Hello.
Hi. Welcome to the program.
Yes. I was calling with a question for Chris. I'm looking at the show from Toronto. I don't know if I'm at the right time in here.
Yeah, go right ahead.
Yeah. The question is, Chris mentioned the date for the show, the new Spice Laugh. And we miss these things a lot because we're up and down. And I was just wondering if he was thinking of bringing that show again. He mentioned June, up to June 30th or something like that. And I'm wondering if he's thinking of bringing it into July or even with the carnival coming up to have a repeat in the August session there.
Because you'll be coming a bit later for carnival and you want to get a Spice Laugh before you go back.
No. It's because I just happen to be out of the island at this particular time.
Oh, okay.
And I wanted to get a Spice Laugh.
Okay. All right.
Well,
that's
okay. Thank you, caller.
Thanks, caller, for following the program. We have a history of touring. We haven't toured since Hurricane the pandemic, right? For obvious reasons, right? And but we have done New York. We have performed in about 5 venues in New York. We were in Florida once. We did the Bronx. We did we did Mahalia Jackson. But we did Wingate. We did, Brooklyn Center for the Performing Arts. We also Howard University of Maryland. We went to Toronto. We did about 5 tours of Toronto. We went to Montreal and so on. So we enjoy touring. We enjoy reaching out and connecting with the Grenadian diaspora. Not just the Grenadian diaspora, Caribbean people from Trinidad. We do a show in Brooklyn, Center for the Performing Arts. We had about 1,300 people, 400 were Trinidadians. You see? So we reach out, we bring the Caribbean together, and it's important. And so we would want to come back to Toronto. We know we have a following up there. But we don't like to go with a big cast because there are cost implications. This is why we couldn't take Fedon on the road that way, because the cast, the sets are elaborate. You have a cast of 15 people and so on, and some of them are not professional. Many, because they are managers and leaders of the business sectors, entities that they run and so on. But there is a production we can take on the road called The Fire to Dance. And, and that production has 7 actors. It is easier to travel with a small cast. So we look forward to reconnecting with our Torontonians and Grenadian Torontonians. We want to come back and entertain and connect and fellowship with all your people up there. All right?
But what I gather from the question is she seems to be based here, but she might be out for the time that you're having the play, and she will be back in time. I don't think she necessarily lives outside. She must be just traveling. So she wants to know if you would bring it closer to the carnival season and so forth.
We'll have to look at that and see. what the market is like at the point in time.
Okay. All right, Chris, in the interest of time, we've sort of exhausted the time. Just give us some more specifics on the dates again, the costs and stuff.
Okay, so the production is entitled Spice Laugh Comedy Bash, done by Heritage Theatre Company of Grenada. We are on the 22nd and 23rd of June at the Trade Center, and we are offering authentic Grenadian comedy with some of the best ambassadors of Grenadian comedic theatre. We are bringing back on stage people like Dillian Walters, who have not been around for a while doing theatre on stage with us. We are bringing back Wayne Bob, who has been one of our best acting talents in Grenada, and he suffered some health challenges, but he's back, and we want to welcome Wayne back, and so on. And we have a cast of about 15 or so performers, and we are doing a multitude of comedic theatrical forms. And we are confident that we have a package that's going to knock people off their seats, because we're looking at 2 hours of entertainment, at least a laugh a minute, and so on. People might need health, they might need medical support to make them stop laughing. That's how funny the thing won't be, and so on.
I like this. So,
are we looking forward? You ready? You understand?
Yeah.
We ready now.
As Oliver Samuels would say, long.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. What's the cost of entrance?
Only $60. Okay. The show is worth more than $60, but we're leaving it so for the time being. And we ain't saying like people more at the door. No, we're not in that thing.
That's fixed.
Give you a price, you come and you pay that.
Yeah. Okay. All right. And you are going to look at the possibility of extending the life of the show into, because I'm seeing wisdom in what the caller asked, because closer to Carnival, you'd have an influx of visitors coming in, and not everybody would want to necessarily go in the jump up and jam up and so forth. No. Some might just want to get a good Grenada laugh for the season.
Well, we are responsive to the market. That's all I would say.
Okay.
Yeah.
Lovely. Chris, I wish you all the best. I hope you leave the poster with us. Are you going to leave that flyer with us?
If you insist.
Yeah, so that we can, I think as a people, we really ought to embrace. Someone says, Diane Thomas says, it's more than disrespect, it's backwardness. We must support our own first. You understand? And I guess she's responding to the conversation we had earlier as to the foreign acts coming in and so forth. And I really think this is a good time to push Grenada holistically.
Yeah.
Everything Grenadian. This is just like the spotlight turns. And apparently at this point in time, in this dispensation, the light is really on Grenada. So let us maximize everything Grenada.
Well, I couldn't, as a fellow tell me, I could not have put it more cogently myself. Right?
Yeah, I think so. Chris, all the best. And as I said, we're going to push it as we often do, we always do, and I'll be there.
Yeah, well, thanks to GBN for giving us the visibility that you're giving us. We're really grateful. We don't take these things for granted. No, thank you very much.
We'd always work with you, Chris.
Nice.
Folks, we take a quick commercial break, and we'll be back with what's left of the conversation. Been speaking there with Mr. Christopher Chris de Riggs, the director of the Heritage Theatre. We'll be back after this.
Thank you, Innocent.
Ladies and gentlemen, the time has come for Grenada to laugh again. Heritage Theatre presents Spice Laugh Comedy Bash 2024, Saturday, June 22nd and Sunday, 23rd June at the Trade Center in Grandance, and on Sunday, 30th June at the Deluxe Cinema in Grenville. Showtime, 7 p.m. every time, featuring some of Grenada's best ambassadors of comedy: Robert White, Dillian Walters, Kareem Alexis, Dale Bola, and other outstanding comedic performances, all coming to knock you off your seats with laughter. Get your tickets now Bring out the entire family. Tickets are $60 and available at Mitchell's Pharmacy in Grandance, Gittins Health and Wellness at all outlets, Art and Soul Bookstore, Spiceland Mall, 3B's Shoe Store, downtown St. George's, Calico Supermarket, Grenville and Sutez, St. David's Pharmacy, and Go to Fet. It's time for Spice Laugh Comedy Bash 2024.
Hello, Carnival. Nice to see you again. Hey people, this is Ezra the Fun Machine, and I'm calling all revelers, carnivalists, and bacchanalists. Let me tell you, take a loan of $3,000 or more for your costume and pay only $340 per month with God's ready cash. Plus, you get to enter to win your loan back. That's right! Pay $0 down and nothing for the first 30 days. All you need is your ID, proof of address, job letter, pay slip, and 2 references. Visit your nearest Courts Already Cash location today or contact your Carnival band for more details. Experience Carnival 2024 with Courts Ready Cash. We are ready when you are. Conditions apply. Aye, aye, aye.
Washing the vehicle, use a bucket, not a hose. Save water.
This awareness initiative is part of activities under the climate resilient water sector in Grenada. The project is funded by the Green Climate Fund, the German government, and the government of Grenada.
Served Grenada for decades, we are the #1 and largest electrical supplier.
Hi, welcome to Sunny Electrical. How may I help?
We offer electrical wire and accessories, tools, and appliances for all residential, commercial, and industrial applications, which is what we are known for. And we expanded our products with new innovative ways to modernize your home. New homeowners will be captivated in our lighting showrooms.
Some more pendant lights here. These are very multifunctional because they can work for kitchens, living rooms, bedrooms.
We have a wide selection of lighting, ranging from indoor to outdoor and solar. We are also available for site visit services to assist you with selecting the perfect light for your forever home. We are located at Dusty Highway in Grenada, St. George. Sudden Electrical. Best value, expert advice, quality products. We hope to see you soon.
Welcome back, viewers and listeners. It's 12 minutes on to 8 o'clock, and we have 12 minutes in which we can have a conversation. Who's up first? Let's hear what's happening. What would you like to bring to the fore this morning? Once again, I urge us all, despite the fact that we're seeing signs of rain, I'd like to urge us to be cautious with the way we use our water. Be a conservationist with the water this time. Good morning, caller.
Yeah, morning, Innocent, and morning to the listeners and the viewers.
Welcome to the program.
Part of your news this morning talk about that clip from the guy from Kenya, that puppet Ruto. And we should take seriously what he says, especially what they're doing in Kenya. They kill people without any concern. So there was somebody in the news also said that some officials, Caribbean officials, I don't know which are the minister, which are the prime minister, so saying we had to be honest and say, well, Haiti needs no more assistance. The assistance is taken by the assistance from outside. What about the assistance we need to give in terms of solidarity with the people of Haiti? I think these folks are totally hypocritical. They sat down last year in the Bahamas and allowed themselves to be lectured by Zelensky on so-called rule-based law. They know that they cannot do anything outside the purview of what Washington and Ottawa and Brussels approve. So let us be serious.
Okay.
And support what is happening. The efforts of people in Haiti. Let me just quickly tell you, on the 5th of June, there will be a worldwide effort to bring attention to Haiti by asking people, this is World Environment Day, to plant a tree in solidarity with Haiti wherever you are. and take a picture, and we will give you information where you can upload. You can do the thing any time of the day, but on the 5th of June in solidarity with Haiti. Plant a tree on behalf of Haiti, and then later on we will tell you how you can send some funds to Haiti, to groups in Haiti to plant trees.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, caller. Thank you very much for your contribution this morning. 10 minutes away from 8 o'clock. Back to the telephone line. Good morning, caller.
Good morning.
Welcome to the program.
Mr. Innocent.
Yes?
As I've already said.
You have something in the background.
Please don't cut me off. Please don't cut me off. I think you learned from me. A few days back, I heard expertise, or so-called expertise. I would accompany my friend in saying something or in agreeing with him. The so-called expertise talk about watershed and water table. And in that talk, it gave me the idea that water table and watershed mean the same thing. I know you are a teacher, so I would like you to explain to the public what do you mean by watershed and water table. I want to get a concept of these two words, watershed and water table, because I got a wrong concept. I wouldn't correct them, but I don't think I have the ability as you to correct them. So please tell them what watershed and water table mean. What's the difference? Thank you very much.
Thank you, caller. Caller, why are you trying to test my intellectual capacities? I'll give you in a nutshell. The watersheds are areas that you collect the water from the rain, all right? There are 71 watersheds locations on the island. The water table is the level of water in the earth. All right? Good morning, caller.
Yes, good morning to you.
Welcome to the program.
Thank you very much, and how are you doing today?
I am alive and thankful. How about you?
Glad to know. Have a good day. I'll tell you something. I am very, very concerned because I spoke about that prior. Listening to the news, even your news, and before, the attitude with respect to what is happening in Haiti by the President of the United States. And it seems to me that this Kenyan force that is going to Haiti is not really to bring peace, but in order to flush out the gangs. So they're going with a mission to kill. But something, our Grenadian people are going to be involved. Are we sending Grenadian policemen or soldiers there? What are we sending them there to do? To be killed? If that is the mission, it's not bringing back peace, but to kill. It does not make sense at all. I don't think we should be there. I don't think we should. Let the United States and the EU solve the problem for themselves. I'm saying to the government, don't send our Grenadian people there, because it might be a disaster for us and for them that is going there. Okay. You can't go there to kill. You're going there to bring peace. You're not going there to flush out the gangs. So your mission is to kill.
Okay.
Trust me, sir.
All right.
Have a good day.
Thank you, caller. Have a good one. In response to that, I heard Commissioner Dawn McKenzie stating that that decision hasn't been made as yet. Good morning, caller.
Hello.
Welcome to the program.
Yeah, well, tomorrow, Saturday the 25th, will be African Liberation Day. And the Rastafarian of this country decide they will be celebrating African Liberation Day. I'm trying to urge Grenadians to keep away from that, because what he's saying is that he's trying to get them to forget about Jesus and forget about this Jesus thing. And because I wish Grenadians didn't go to that.
Okay.
I wish, because what I'm looking to do is to go and legalize marijuana to destroy the nation and they come at the devil. Keep Grenadians away from this Rasta thing, please.
Okay. All right. Thank you, caller. Rastafarianism is just like any other religion, so it's all up to the individual. All right. Let's do that. Good morning, caller.
Morning, Mr. Joseph. How are you doing?
I ain't do it yet. Congratulations on your publication, man.
Thank you. I just wanted to say thank you very much to Heritage Theatre and Mr. DeRiggs because my daughters, they are big fans now of theater, and they cut their teeth on Heritage. So thank you very much. But between he and Labukan, oh God, boy, June is an expensive month. But thank you very much, and just to know that there are youngsters coming up who appreciate good theater here in this country. All right, man, have a good one, yeah?
You too, and we'll touch base, right? Good. All right, good, nice. Let's do that. 5 minutes away from 8 o'clock, and it's Friday, the final conversation for the week. Good morning, caller.
Morning, how are you doing today?
I'm not doing bad. How are you?
Great. You know, in relation to Jesus Christ and how you call him, where the Rastafarians talk about Jesus Christ and
Haile Selassie.
And Haile Selassie.
Haile Selassie.
Haile Selassie, whatever. Well, African Revolution Day is important because we probably have been liberated because we know how we were treated, but that is not the issue here. We're speaking now of just Jesus Christ and the gentleman there. No, Jesus Christ was a part of the religion of Christianity, and Christianity, people don't understand that Christianity was a religion that was forced upon our ancestors. You know, when our ancestors came from Africa and some from India, they came with their own religion. That is why you see you have Hindu today, and you have Muslims, and you have Orisha and the Baptists and how you call it, Saraka and all these things. All these things are reflective of our ancestors' religion, and it's when the British came and the people who enslaved us, they brought their religion. That is why sometimes people say that Jesus Christ is a white man religion. That doctrine was forced down upon us. So I can't verify anything whether but as far as I am concerned personally, Jesus Christ was just an ordinary man that came and walked this earth. He was a good guy, and you know what? He was persecuted and he was murdered. He didn't die for our sins as people talk about and this big thing, because he spoke out against the injustice that was going on in his days. The people were really oppressed, and these people wasn't really anything significant in terms of education. And so Jesus Christ fought against the wrongs, and he talked about it, and this is why they crucified him. They crucified him because he was a threat. But he was a real man, yes. Okay. He died and he gone his way, and he is of significance. But the bottom line is that all this thing about when you're going back, winding down, or you're going back to Bible, everybody have a different Bible, everybody have a different concept. Right now, the same Christian Bible have different. King James have a version, the Douay have a version. Everybody have a different version of the same Christianity, and these things are confusing. So people really don't know the truth. So we cannot judge anybody. We can't say anything too much. I'm just giving my opinion. It's not in a bad way, but I'm just telling you that as far as I am concerned, Jesus Christ spoke out against the injustices that was going on. He was like the opposition, and they killed him for that because he fought for the rights of the poor and the oppressed. He was just an ordinary man, but he was a good man.
Thank you, caller.
Right.
Have a good weekend. All right, good morning. Sending happy birthday to Sindra Perez, coming from her husband Fidel and friends Gilly, Stripes, and little friend. Good morning, caller.
Yeah, good morning.
Welcome to the program.
Thank you. Just a little observation, and I just wanted, I don't know what the law is concerning that. I know there is a no parking situation on Melville Street. During, I think it, and if I'm wrong, but I think I could be right. You have market day on a Friday and a Saturday.
Okay.
No, you have Monday to Thursday. Parking is already limited around St. George's. You walk up Melville Street or you drive up Melville Street from the fish market to, let's say, the gas station. And there is no market day. But I saw yesterday that a guy was parked right close opposite the SP used to be. And the police camp him, or the traffic warden camp him. No, it's not market day. So I am saying, if it's not a market day, Monday to Thursday, why not allow people to park there? from by the fish market to the gas station. But when it's market day, which is on a Friday and Saturday, I believe then if somebody parked there, you have right to clamp them. It was unfortunate that the whole area was empty, but one car parked right opposite the street, and he was clamped. Is it a no parking area from Monday to Friday, or is it a no parking area Friday and Saturday? This is what we need to get right, because it's unfortunate that you come to do business in town, you park way out, and just when you come, you've been clamped.
Okay, all right.
So police need to look into that, whether it's a no parking area Monday to Friday.
They need to put up the signs.
Yeah, Friday to Saturday. Yeah.
They need to put up the right signs. Okay.
Put up a sign saying no parking Monday to Friday, or no parking
Friday and Saturday.
Friday and Saturday.
Yeah. Okay,
but it was unfortunate. I felt it for that gentleman, whoever he was, because he was way out.
Okay.
And he was clamped.
Okay. All right. Thank you, caller.
Yeah, no problem.
Have a good one. Have a good one. Folks, that's it for the program this morning. We've got to join the BBC. Thank you for your contributions and participation throughout the week. This is our final one for the week. If the good Lord spare our lives, we'll do it again together on Monday. Until then, bye-bye. We join the BBC, which I believe is already in progress.